Have you received a traffic citation in Maricopa County and now you're scrambling to find your court date? If your heart just skipped a beat looking at that piece of paper, take a deep breath. Don't worry, you are absolutely not alone. Navigating the legal system can be incredibly stressful, but we're going to break it all down for you today. Welcome to This Explainer. Our goal today is clear and focused. In this explainer, we'll walk you through absolutely everything you need to know to easily find your court date in Maricopa County and avoid any potential pitfalls. Let's dive right in. Here is our agenda for today. First, the Maricopa court maze. Second, the cost of missing court. Third, finding your date online. Fourth, offline search methods. Fifth, troubleshooting your search. And finally, next steps and disclaimers. Part 1. The Maricopa court maze. Understanding jurisdiction. So before you can look up your court date, you literally have to understand where to look. In Maricopa County, the judicial system is fragmented into multiple independent tiers, which is a huge source of confusion for a lot of drivers. Think of it like a giant puzzle. You basically have two main courts to worry about for traffic tickets. If you were pulled over on a state highway or in an unincorporated county area by a state trooper or a county sheriff, your ticket goes to the justice courts. But if you got a parking ticket or were pulled over by local police within specific city boundaries, say inside the limits of Phoenix, Mesa, or Scottsdale, your case actually goes to a municipal or city court. Now here is where it gets tricky and why you must keep your physical citation handy and read it carefully. Do not just assume you know where to go based on where you were pulled over. If you have a justice court ticket, the precinct named on your paperwork is often not the same as the actual physical building you report to. Maricopa County has 27 justice court precincts, but they operate out of just 7 physical locations. For example, if your citation says Encanto, well, there is no Encanto courthouse. You actually have to report to a consolidated building in downtown Phoenix. Part 2. The cost of missing court. Severe legal and financial consequences. We really need to talk about the incredibly high stakes involved here. You must never, ever ignore your ticket or your court date because the consequences escalate faster than you think. If you miss it, the court can issue what's called a failure to appear, or FTA. For civil infractions, a default judgment is entered against you immediately. Bam! They'll slap you with the maximum fine, plus default fees ranging from $25 to $90. Then, your case is sent to fair collections, which adds massive fees and can even authorize the state to seize your hard-earned tax refunds. Plus, the Motor Vehicle Division can suspend your driver's license, and if your original ticket was for a criminal traffic offense, like a DUI or extreme speeding, failing to appear can be charged as an independent Class 2 misdemeanor or even result in an active arrest warrant. To make this very real, look at this quote we found from a Reddit user in the Phoenix community who learned this the hard way. They said, "I just got a red light ticket by a traffic ham, and they suspended my license when I ignored it. Don't ignore them, pay it, or go to class." This happens all the time, folks. A simple mistake can completely derail your ability to drive to work or go about your day. Part 3. Finding your date online. A step-by-step guide. Now that we know what's at stake, let's relieve some of that tension. We're going to walk through the exact step-by-step solution for locating your court information digitally. Step 1. Identify the specific court printed on your citation, like we just discussed. Step 2. Access the proper official portal. If it's a justice court case, you'll head over to justicecourts.maricopa.gov and click on their case search. Step 3. Enter your details. Have your information on hand. You'll need your first and last name, your ticket or case number if you have it, and your date of birth. Just remember to format that date of birth as 2 digits for the month, 2 for the day, and 4 for the year. And finally, Step 4. Once you find your case, definitely check to see if the court offers an option to sign up for text or email notifications. Some people might even receive electronic notifications if they opted for that during the citation process. It is an absolute lifesaver for reminding you of upcoming dates. Part 4. Offline search methods, in-person and phone options. We know some of you might not have reliable internet access, or maybe you just prefer handling things in person. Maricopa County has structured regional access points for court records. If you are missing your citation entirely and need to visit the clerk's office in person, you can head to the Customer Service Center in downtown Phoenix or one of the regional court centers in the northeast, northwest, or southeast parts of the valley. Bring whatever necessary documents or ID you have. The staff at the clerk's office can directly assist you, which is incredibly helpful if you don't know your case number. You can also just pick up the phone and contact the court clerk's office directly to verify your information through customer service. This is a great alternative if you lost your physical ticket. But just a quick warning, be prepared for some pretty long wait times if you call during peak hours. Grab a cup of coffee, put the phone on speaker while you do something else, but make sure you get through. Part 5. Troubleshooting your search. What if you can't find your ticket?
Okay, so what if you followed the steps, you went to the website, typed in your name, and absolutely nothing comes up? Before you panic, let's look at why this happens. If you just got pulled over a few days ago, your citation might simply not be processed in the system yet. The Arizona Judicial Branch Public Access Portal often operates on what's known as a Friday update cycle. This means recent citations experience processing delays and might only populate into the online system at the end of the week. So give it a few days and keep checking.
Also, remember that absolute accuracy is paramount. A single typographical error, like one wrong digit in your date of birth or misspelling a hyphenated last name, will immediately lead to a no records found message. Check your typing. If it still doesn't show up after a week and you know your data entry is perfect, that's your cue to pick up the phone and call the Maricopa County Justice Court's clerk's office to investigate. Part 6. Next steps and disclaimers. Staying organized and protected. Let's move to our final actionable insights and build a complete strategy for keeping you organized once you find that date. First, build the habit of verifying your court date online immediately upon receiving any citation. Set a reminder on your phone or use a calendar app right then and there so it isn't forgotten. Second, keep a physical folder with all your traffic-related documents safe and accessible. Third, make your decision early. Are you going to just pay the fine, take a defensive driving class to avoid points on your license, or do you want to contest it in court? And finally, if your citation is for a severe criminal traffic offense like a DUI, it's highly recommended that you consult a lawyer or qualified legal professional immediately to get proper advice. As you can see, the Maricopa County court system can feel like a maze, and the penalties for getting lost in it are severe. If you found this breakdown helpful, please enhance our community's knowledge by sharing this explainer with friends, family, or anyone else who might be in need. You could literally be saving them from an unexpected warrant or a suspended license. And as always, we need to be very clear. This explainer is intended for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. For questions specific to your situation, please consult with a qualified legal professional or contact the Maricopa County Justice Courts directly. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. That piece of paper sitting in your glove box right now is a ticking clock. Will you take 5 minutes to verify your court date right now before it's too late? Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Stay organized and drive safely out there.